Hello and welcome to this presentation. Today I am going to talk about the benefits of reading. Some of you might be thinking that reading does not benefit at all, but such is not the case. Reading builds vocabulary, it can motivate and inspire, prevents Alzheimer's disease, reduces stress and anxiety levels. Reading is to brain what exercise is to body. Fast reading improves understanding by 80%. You feel less fatigued in fast reading than in slow reading. Now let us come to this slide. Here I have spent almost 1 year, 1 hour in getting the slides from here and there. So there was a time when the people used to spend some time in libraries and read, but now the time has changed when every person is becoming techno savvy and they are familiar with technology and they can make use of mobile phones in whatever mobile phones. Now they just need not to go to libraries. They can have all the books in their smartphones. Now the thing is we spend too much time on smartphones, which is not good. Okay, now reading habit has drastically changed. Now we sometimes download, PDFs, ebooks, and but then how often do we read them? And that's actually a question. Now let's come to this point that's called as SQ3R technique, and this is actually an acronym for a survey, question, read, recall, and review. So these are the steps which a person must know before reading. A survey is just surveying the content. You just look at the headlines, and it's like just you're going through a newspaper and come across headlines. Every person, every a common person reads headlines first, and then there are subheadings, there are captions under pictures. Another question is when you're going to question, when you're going to read, you have to question first. First thing is you question, you ask yourself while you are serving. You turn the titles, headings, and subheadings into questions. Think about what you already know about the subject, activate prior knowledge. Use who, what, when, where, why, and how to make questions like, what is this chapter all about? You just need to introspect and think and ask yourself this question first. Second, the important thing is this is the actual act of reading. Think about the underlying thought. Note all the underlined, italicized, bold, printed words or phrases. Reduce your speed for difficult parts. Stop and reread parts which are not clear. Read only a section at a time and recite after each section. Then this continues, the slide is continue. In the first reading of the text, underline the difficult words, phrases, etc. And second reading, consult a dictionary. So when you're going to do the first reading, it's not important that you go and look for each and every word you come across, but you just need to wait, and sometimes the context also gives the meaning. Look for the various use of words, synonymous, antonyms, pronunciation, etc. Here what you got to do, you have to recall after you have read a section. Now the different people make use of different techniques. Sometimes people make use of highlighters. Okay, they note down the things they have already read. Underline or highlight important points you have just read. Take notes from text, but write the information in your own. This is very important. Whenever you go through a book, you just need to get the central idea or the gist of the content, and then you just need to put that in your own words. It's very important. Orally ask yourself questions about what you have just read or summarize in your own words. Then you just need to review. When you have read a particular section, you just need to review what I have read during this period of time. Go through the text and recap the information, important points, write questions for highlighted or underlined points, and write their answers. Use and then what you got to do, you have to make use of few devices as well. These are mnemonic or memory devices. Like arithmetic is a acronym for a rat in the house may eat the ice cream. Then go through flashcards. The cards used to write questions on one side and the answers on the other side. By this we can remember vocabulary items, dates, formulas, etc. This is again a technique where you skim through. Okay, skimming. Skimming helps you to read more quickly, decide if the text is interesting and whether you should read it in more detail. To get the gist of a piece of text, that is to quickly identify the main ideas in the text. How to skim? Now the question is how to read the title, subtitles, subheadings to find out what the text is about. Look at the illustrations to give you further information about the topic. Read the first and the last sentence of each paragraph. Don't read every word or every sentence. Then again we go through scanning. This is equally important. How to scan. Intensive, extensive reading. Reading and note taking. Reading defects. Now let's talk about some of there are some people who suffer from the defects. Rereading is there, mispronouncing, unnecessary pauses, reading words in isolation rather than words in connected speech. Dyslexia, some people uh, come across this problem, trouble with reading despite having normal intelligence. Treatment adjusted teaching methods. There are some facts. Okay, thank you.